Here are some items that you can sell on eBay to make money. Now, it doesn't really matter where you find these items as long as you're paying a good price for them. Like, it can be at the Goodwill bins, it could be at a regular thrift store, or maybe even garage sale. With that being said, let's go pick some orders right now. Okay, let me turn on the light to our eBay store here. So the first item is Automedius Xbox 360 game. We actually found this, I believe, at the Goodwill bin, so probably paid maybe 20 cents for it. Sold for $20.50. Now all my Xbox stuff is here. All right, here it is. Very, very cool. Gonna get this ready to ship out today. So the next item is actually really interesting. We also found this at the Goodwill bins. It was a Matchbox car from 1977. We actually sold it for $30. Had it listed for like 40, but it was up there for a while, so I thought it was a good time to actually get that thing sold. And it's in number D here. Right here, so I'm gonna grab it out of here. It is the only car I believe in here, which is right here. Next item is wild. We found this in a Ziploc bag. People just didn't really care about it. It looked kind of like just like army soldiers, something really cheap, just really cheap plastic. And it is kind of cheap plastic, but it's vintage cheap plastic. It's Indian in the Cupboard. It's the whole lot. It's the two main characters. Also, it came with the 2 keys and a horse. So that bag sold for $40 on eBay, and it's in the letter R, which is, I believe, this one up here. So we got to get another R there. Must have fell. That's why I couldn't see it. R's on the other side. I must have put it in backwards last time. Okay, so as you can see, it's kind of wild. This sold for $40 and it was in a Ziploc bag at the Goodwill bins. Look at it. That's pretty cool, huh? It's nice and vintage, but if you would have saw this and you didn't know what it was, I knew what this was, you would have been like, well, there's no way this is like worth $40. We actually listed for 50 and we accepted an offer, I believe, for 40. I think it was 50, so we're gonna get this ready to ship out today as well.
No! Yes! No, it's not a game!
All right, the next item is a Wii Sports game that we also found at the Goodwill bins for $19.75. Probably could have sold it for a lot more if it was complete. Unfortunately, it was just the disc only. And I think I put it right here. Yes, I did. There it is. Wii Sports. Probably paid maybe 15 cents for this. So very, very cool. Gonna get this ready to ship out today. The next item we actually found at a thrift store here in Calgary. It's a Simpsons 20th anniversary lot. It's came with 4 or 5 figures. We sold it for $24 and it's in K. Where is K? There it is, right down here. We just got it too, super new, very happy. It literally sold within like 2 days. Pretty cool. We have Grandpa Simpsons there, Sideshow Bob, Bart Simpson, and of course, if you guys remember that from the show. I don't know if you guys can see that. I remember this episode so much. See my vest with Mr. Burns there. Pretty cool. So we're going to get this ready to ship out today as well.
See my vest, oh please, won't you see my vest?
This was a crazy score at a thrift store here in Calgary, at a Wins. We found this along with a bunch of other PlayStation 1 games. This Looney Tunes game sold for $79 on eBay. Unreal. I think we paid $3 for each game. So the PlayStation stuff that we got recently is all stacked up here. So the Looney Tunes one, let's see where it is. There it is, Looney Tunes Sheep Raider. Not bad at all. We got the coyote on the front there. Not bad. Gonna get this ready to ship out as well today. Next up is another video game. This one we actually got at a yard sale like over 1.5 years ago in Toronto. It's a Pokemon Diamond Nintendo DS game. It's the cartridge only, but still very, very cool flip. I believe it's the blank case here. Yes, there it is. Pokemon Diamond for the Nintendo DS. We're gonna get this ready to ship out today. It's sold for $42. Next up is a Jellycat. We've been hunting for a ton of Jellycats lately, especially at the Goodwill bins, because really it's just about the tag. There's no real defining feature. I mean, there's a lot of knockoff Jellycat stuff. There's no real defining feature for Jellycats, so a lot of people pass them up. So even when people are done with a bin, me and my wife are able to actually go back and actually find these Jellycats. Pokemon is another plush that we usually go for, but those are a little more obvious. A lot of people know what Pokemon are, and a lot of people know that they are, it's a big IP that people like to collect and buy. So we have Jellycat. It's $45 for this nice 11-inch elephant. It's got the big ears. I believe it was one of the more recent purchases. Yes, this is the one right here. So not bad. Look at this. Can you imagine that? This, found it at the good old bins, sold it for $45, so definitely be on the lookout for Jellycats. They will sell.
Nice, very nice.
And the last item that sold was not on eBay, it was actually on Poshmark. Poshmark's been really slow for us lately. I don't know if you guys are selling on Poshmark. Let me know how your experience has been lately with Poshmark. I find it's been incredibly slow. But nonetheless, we actually did sell a nice pair of Lululemon pants that we got at the good old bins. I believe these sold for $20 on Poshmark, probably paid based on weight, maybe like 40 cents for these. So not a bad score, not a bad flip, and we're gonna get this ready to ship out as well today. So I hope you found this video useful or entertaining at the very least. Let me know if these are some items that you have been on the lookout for in the past at Goodwills, you know, thrift stores, even garage sales. These are things that we always are on the hunt for. They always sell, you know, Lululemon when it comes to clothing for women, Jellycats when it comes to plushes, video games, definitely anything. If you can get it cheap and you can find good sold comps on eBay, it doesn't really matter what system it's for. I find obviously Pokemon is one of the games that we found today. Pokemon is always a great seller. We also have other games and toys that we can find as well that maximize those profits on eBay. Those Simpsons toys, anything, as long as you're utilizing your tools and you find a niche that really works well for you. For us, it's like video games and toys, but honestly, use the tools at your disposal, whether it's scanning the UPC code for video games, whether it's using your Google Lens for toys, and that's how we actually discovered some toys that are worth money. Those Simpsons toys were actually in a bag at Value Village for like $3, and we ended up selling all of them for $24. So, you know, as much as we love going to the good old bins, which is definitely the best when it comes to profits for what we're paying for, you can still find great stuff at regular thrift stores and of course garage sales, which I'm really stoked for. Hopefully in the next like 4 to 8 weeks, we'll have some garage sales to go to here in my city. Anyways, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe if you are new to the channel. With that being said, guys, may your carts always be full. Before I let you go, I want to let you know that we do have a Patreon page. You guys can support us, help us with our morning run for our coffees when we go to the good old bins, thrift stores, or even garage sales. Would really appreciate the support. And if you guys become a patron, you can hit me up anytime and ask me any questions about reselling, and I'll do my best to answer those. Speaking of answering questions, I also made a Facebook group specifically for Canadian resellers. So if you are a reseller in Canada, definitely check out this group. I'll also leave the link to this group down below in the description along with my Patreon. Anyways, guys, have a fantastic day again, and here's the outro card.